हेलो फ्रेंड्स, मेरा नाम अंशुल है और आप मेरा यूट्यूब चैनल देख रहे हैं राधे कृष्ण। तो मैं पिछले 5 साल से माल्टा में हूँ और अगर पहली बार आया है तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर देना इस यूट्यूब चैनल को यार। ये लिस्ट ऑफ सर्विसेज देख रहे हो आप, अगर इनमें से आपको कोई सी मिले तो आप कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। डिस्क्रिप्शन में जो है मैंने अपना ईमेल एड्रेस डाल दिया और आप मुझे फेसबुक पे थ्रू भी मैसेज कर सकते हैं और हाँ जी, इंस्टाग्राम पे मुझे आप दोस्तों फॉलो कर सकते हैं। तो दोस्तों आज का जो टॉपिक है, आज का जो इंटरव्यू है टाइम से वो यहाँ पर है माल्टा में। अराउंड मेरे ख्याल से 3 साल हो गए, 3-4 साल वो खुद ही बताएगी। तो उनका कैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा माल्टा में और कहाँ से है वो, कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए माल्टा से। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच क्रिस्टीना फॉर कमिंग टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। सो कुड यू प्लीज tell me about yourself, a brief introduction, what you do here and how long you've been here in Malta.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for inviting me. It's my pleasure to be here. So my name is Kristina. I'm originally from Lithuania. I moved to Malta in 2021 in May, so it's close to 3 years when I'm here. I work here for fund administration company. And basically I think that's it. So before coming to Malta, I lived in Luxembourg over 5 years, so I have experience living in 3 countries till now.
Nice. So I would like to ask you, like, why specifically you choose Malta only? Like, as you mentioned earlier, like you were living in Luxembourg, so like it's a very big country. Is there any reason why you left Luxembourg and you choose only Malta?
I did not choose Malta because I wanted to move just specifically to Malta, and I lived in Luxembourg. I felt that I enjoyed Luxembourg as much as I could. Like, I got some experience and I wanted to move out, and my target was Switzerland. But unfortunately I was not able to get a job in Switzerland, so I tried to look for jobs like remotely, and this is how I applied to Malta, because we offered a remote job, which was not actually true, but this is how I applied. So I got an offer and I came to Malta. And actually when I came to Malta, I have never visited it before. So it was like quite a big challenge, but so far, to be honest, I do not regret that I moved here.
Glad to hear this. So according to you, what is the cost of living in Malta like these days, especially like what would be the like accommodation if someone is hiring 1-bedroom apartment, and what would be the food cost, like if you are making at home or if you are eating like every day outside?
I think cost of living in Malta is very similar to like the average in other European countries, but I think the only difference is that salaries in Malta are quite low. So when you take the minimum salary versus the cost of living, so when you realize that it's extremely expensive. So as I know, the average salary is around 850 euros per month. It's like minimum one. And like if you would want to rent a decent apartment, like 1-2 bedrooms, like in a good state, it would cost you like 1,000 minimum.
And these areas so these areas like in Slima or like these posh areas where like many international peoples they're working there. Or is it like if you want to take in Bujibba, I think it would be cheaper compared to Slima or
I think in Slima or St. Julian's, maybe even Valletta, it would be even more expensive. Like I do check sometimes the advertisements, and like I can see apartments which are like 1,300. Like 1-bedroom apartment, like 1,000 euros.
And what would you say, like if someone wants to share it, because if the people are coming and like for example as a cleaner, so we are not expecting like they will earn like that huge amount. So if they will share it, what could be the cost like in sharing an apartment, like one bedroom in a shared apartment?
So I think, for example, if you rent apartment which is, I don't know, 2-3 bedrooms, like you have a fixed price, like let's say 1,000 euros. So this 1,000 euros is going to be split proportionally to the persons that live in that apartment. So I think overall you might need still to pay like 500 euros, 400 euros. So
per person. All right.
So I think this is kind of like the minimum what you could be charged.
And as you mentioned, like 850 euros is the minimum salary in Malta. So what do you think, like if you have any known ones, any friends who are working as a cleaner or is working as a waiter, what would be the average salary? Like, can they earn like 1,500 or above 1,000 euro if they are lucky, or what do you think?
I think if you are not qualified, if you want to be like a waiter or cleaner, so maybe you can get a salary which would be maybe 200 above minimum one, but I would not say that. I don't think that you could get like 1,500 or 2,000 euros. I think it's more like it's closer to the minimum salary.
All right. Okay. So my next question to you, Christina, is what do you think, like why work permits these days are rejecting by Identita? Earlier it was called Identity Malta. So there are like a lot of rejections for the work permit, especially from the third countries, like India, Sri Lanka, Nepal. What could be the reason according to you?
What I think is because there are already too many immigrants in Malta. I think as of now there are 22% of immigrants in Malta, and I think the main reason is because of that. Like, because Malta is so small country, and for example, if let's say 10,000 immigrants come to Malta, you can notice it, like you can feel it. But if let's say 10,000 people would move to France, I think you wouldn't even notice the difference. So I think, for my opinion, it's like the main reason.
Okay. So my next question to you is, Christina, is like what the people should do, like if someone is trying to find a job in Malta, what are the things they should do so that they can get a job in Malta based on your experience?
Okay, I think this is not that easy question, but fortunately I did not have to experience that myself. But I think everyone should be careful with everyone who is offering easy solutions, or especially the ones that ask money to come to Malta, that we can give them very good jobs and promise like very good conditions here. I think this is not true, and people should be aware of that and should be careful of that. And I think everyone, especially if you are a qualified worker, like you want to get a qualified job here, you should look for job either on LinkedIn or I think it's jobsmalta.com.mt. And always double check the person that contacts you, the company, if it's legitimate or not.
तो दोस्तों, जैसे इन्होंने बताया, लिंक्डइन काफी अच्छा टूल है. मैंने आपको पहले भी मेंशन किया था कि ठीक है, वेबसाइट से आप जॉब अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, बट लिंक्डइन इज आल्सो वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट टूल टू फाइंड अ जॉब, एंड इवन यू कैन एस्टैब्लिश योर पर्सनल रिलेशंस विद द एम्प्लॉयर्स, विद द एचआरस, विद द हेडहंटर्स. तो लिंक्डइन पे जरूर दोस्तों अपनी प्रोफाइल बनाइएगा और लिंक्डइन के थ्रू भी आप अप्लाई कर सकते हो दोस्तों. Okay, Christina. So my next question to you is, based on your experience, like what time you spend in Luxembourg and whatever time you are spending now in Malta, whatever you spent in Malta as well. So tell me about your experience, like what you like in Luxembourg or what you dislike in Malta, or what the things like.
I think that Luxembourg and Malta, we are very different, but like each country, it has good things and also have bad things. So I think Luxembourg is a place for persons who want to get experience, especially in finance. So it's very good for your career, also for education. It's very calm country. It's very rich country. So if you want, like, your main goal is to have a good salary, so I think Luxembourg would be like could be your target rather than Malta. But overall, Luxembourg, I think it's also quite boring country, because Luxembourg is, I would say, it's mainly good for like families if you raise kids, because education is very good, like infrastructure is very good. It's a rich, clean country, but I was lacking social events, like activities, what I could do after work, what I could do during the weekends. And I think I spent 5 years in Luxembourg. I gained my experience, my knowledge, and when I wanted to change, to try something else.
Okay, nice. Thanks for sharing your experience.
And actually, regarding Malta and what I like in Malta, so I think the main thing why I like Malta is weather, because I really like sun, and when it's sunny, I like sun, beaches. And I also like Malta because there are lots of social events. We also have such days like open door days where you can go to museums, like they are free. There are concerts. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like different atmosphere, and it gives me like a big change. Like I feel so different here. Different kind of spirit.
Nice. Sorry. Is there anything which you don't like in Malta so far? Anything?
Well, Malta, so what I don't like, it's that it's actually quite an expensive country to live. So it's one thing. Infrastructure is not really well developed. I would say there are lots of corruption. It's quite polluted and quite dirty country, because there are lots of trash like on the streets, like you can find them everywhere. And I think the last thing is that it's quite a small country. So after some time living in Malta, you can feel that you feel kind of like isolated, like you don't have new places where to go, like new restaurants to discover. It's kind of every time like the same places, the same areas, the same things.
Thanks for sharing your experience, Christina. My last question to you is, like, whoever is watching and planning to come to Malta, what would be the advice or suggestions would you like to give to them? What are the things like they should keep in mind while shifting or coming to Malta?
I think what everyone needs to consider, and also to know that, especially if you want to come to Malta, the process to get your visa, your work permit, it's very, very time consuming. We have some friends, like we know, like personally, that it takes months or can even took years to get that. And if you would want your family also to come and join you, so it's going also to take months and years. So I think that everyone would need to know that and consider that before taking the decision. And also that it's not actually that easy to settle down here. I think people are not really welcoming, like we are not really welcoming new immigrants, tourists, so we would also should be aware of that.
Well, thank you very much, Christina, for giving us your precious time, and it will be like very helpful for the people who are planning to come to Malta if they watch this video. So thanks again. तो दोस्तों, अगर वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो यार प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर देना, चैनल कर देना वीडियो को, और अच्छे लगे तो यार लाइक भी कर देना वीडियो को। तो इसी तरीके से मुझे आप मोटिवेट करते रहिए, मैं बढ़िया कंटेंट लाता रहूंगा। मिलता हूं मैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय एंड टेक केयर। राधे कृष्ण।
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Can you say namaste?
Bye. Namaste.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.